I mean, why not kick it off? We know the football team is going to have their season opener a week from tomorrow. That's down in Atlanta. Hopefully we'll get a big swell of orange down there. Not Tennessee orange, by the way. That's ugly orange. We don't care about that kind of orange. We want our orange down there.
Right. We want to bring in News Channel 9 Sports Director Stephen Fani right now, who is with the SU men's basketball coach, Adrian Autry.
It's going to be basketball season before we know it.
It really is. And yeah,
to the coach.
I tell you what, Jeff and Christy, the football team's busy right now. They've got a game, as you said, a week from tomorrow. The basketball team, though, they're hard at work. It's going to be here before we know it, Coach. 2 months away, the preseason over. 2 months from Monday, in fact, the preseason opener. I would imagine you're awfully excited to get back after it.
Very excited. We finished up the summer really, really well. Gave the guys a break, and they'll all be back on campus this weekend, and we'll get right back after and get ready.
A lot of people have said that this is the best roster you've had since you've been the head coach here. What stands out to you about this team, the guys that you're working with?
You know, it's a great roster. You know, we're deep. You know, we have size, we have athleticism, speed, shooting. It's a very versatile roster, very athletic roster, so I'm excited about that. And these guys have really worked really hard, you know, from the summer. We've had a tough summer, and they responded extremely well, and so I'm just excited about this group.
Everybody knows about Donnie Freeman and J.J. Starling. Tell us about the newcomers. A lot of hype with this class. Carmelo's son, Cayenne, Sadiq White. What stands out to you about this group?
Yeah, you know, an outstanding freshman class. You know, Sadiq White is, you know, a 1% athlete, you know, really can impact the game. And Cayenne is, you know, is very mature beyond his years offensively. You know, but the other freshman class, you know, Aaron Womack from Wisconsin had a really good summer. Luke Fennell, who we got late, he finished up, had some trouble getting over, but, you know, the time that he was here, a guy that could shoot the ball, pass the ball, and bigger than what we really expected. You know, sometimes when they say 6'6", they're not 6'6".
Not really 6'6",
but he's legit 6'6", and obviously our newcomers, and you know, Nate Kings, you know, one of the best shooters in the country last year. You know, shot 60% on open shots. Tyler Betsy, you know, William Kyle, you know, Nate George, Ibrahim Soiree. You know, we got a really good, exciting group. And they all kind of brung it this summer.
And it's a really exciting schedule as well. We found out today that the season opener is going to be against Binghamton early on in November. And we now know the entire non-conference schedule includes that trip to Vegas, where you've got Houston, you've got Kansas, you come home to play Tennessee. Really challenging schedule. Nice mix of those marquee teams with also some teams from smaller conferences.
Yeah, you know, in today's landscape, to get into the tournament, you got to beat people, and you got to play people. So, you know, we're excited about it, excited about our schedule. You know, we feel good about our schedule. You know, we feel like we're ready to compete with a schedule like that. That's why we made the schedule. So, you know, we're just excited.
You mentioned NCAA tournament. I would imagine that's the goal, right, is to get back to the postseason?
Every year is the goal, you know, to get back there, to give yourself a chance. That's what every school is trying to do. It's, you know, easier said, you know, harder to do. Yeah. You know, again, but that's always the goal each year.
What's going on these next 2 months as you get ready for the preseason opener? Can you give us an idea? Classes start Monday. What are the guys doing over the course of the next 6 weeks or so until the preseason really starts?
You know, well, we don't start official practice until 42 days before the regular season. So, and between that time, we'll continue to work on conditioning, getting stronger. We'll have some skill, and then we'll start doing some concepts, you know, offensively and defensively to continue building on the summer. And then when the first day of practice comes, we'll be ready to go.
Year 3 as head coach, very talented roster. We're all looking forward to it. Coach, best of luck this season.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Adrian Autry, plenty more coming up throughout the next 90 minutes. Jeff and Christy, back to you.